And Mark?
Anything else you guys want to ask the librarian while you're here?
Will all these books give me buffs, or just the ones that are memes?
Any books that make sense to give you conditional bonuses, but they take significant time to read unless they're stupid fucking bonuses.
Okay. That's a useful bonus. I don't know what you're talking about.
How long will it take? Like maybe 6 or 24 hours?
Depends on the book.
Depends on the book? Ooh.
Like Seth's book to unlock magical doors, that took him 6 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does he have any books on Idens?
Yeah. What kind of Idens? What are you looking for? What specifically do you want to do with the Idens? Are you reading about Idens in Legend? What do you want to know? I know everything.
Mm-hmm. I need to know more about Serpentine Idens.
Yes. What kind? You got to be more specific.
We can ask him about the guy whose ashes are in the urn.
Ooh,
he would probably know a lot about that.
Oh, that would actually be relevant.
Mm-hmm. And on that note, I will take my leave.
All right.
By the way, if he's done reading that book, should I be done with the 4-hour thing?
Well, these two aren't reading anything, so they have time.
Yeah, okay. Oh, right. I thought he was doing stuff.
What was that guy's name again? His title, I mean? The Hungry?
He was something the Hungry.
Kocius.
Kocius the Hungry?
Kocius the Hungry. Because he eats people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you happen to know that person?
I don't know Kocius the Hungry personally, but I have several books on him.
What do you want to know? The same time.
I want to know a little bit more about his how he fights. If there's a book specifically for that. History of his combat.
History of his killings. I have that.
Yeah.
Just for this one, it's on this floor. He jumps on the ladder and he's running and he's sprinting. He jumps on the ladder. And it just fucking rolls for ages as he's climbing. And he gets close to the top shelf, and he grabs a book, and then he's climbing back down. The ladder's still rolling. It hits the other end, and somehow it bounces back towards you guys. And he reaches the bottom of the ladder right as he gets to the closest point to you guys, and runs up to you with the book and gives it to you.
Oh, cool.
I'm very tempted to say I'm a very model of a modern nature general.
Do you know how long this would take for me to read?
How quickly do you read?
It depends.
He could read this in fast.
It depends on your int score.
My intelligence score is 12.
How quickly do you read?
Like in general, or?
Like your character.
Oh, my character?
12 is slightly above average intelligence.
But this isn't a world where education isn't a thing.
Mm-hmm. Can you guys write?
Yes. Everyone begins with speak, read, write, common, unless their int is under 8, in which case it's only speak common.
Okay. Because one of the things that my engineer, it's not a Pathfinder thing, but could feasibly build is a small device that had like a miniature portal inside of it, and you could build 2 cubes or so, and then you'd be able to pass like a 1-word wide thing of like message through it, if that would work in the storyline.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was just thinking of rapid means of communication. Because so
Taryn, the book is really thick. Kocius the Hungry killed a lot of people when he was active. It's probably close to 800 pages.
If it's 800 pages, I'm assuming like he could probably read like maybe 200 words per minute or something like that. I guess I should think of like a better way of how to.
The average reading level at this point in time is like kindergarten level.
Oh, okay.
So you're slightly more intelligent than that. So you're probably like 3rd grade level of reading.
Yeah.
How long would it take a 3rd grader to read an 800-page book?
Depends on the book and depends on the 3rd grader.
I don't know a 3rd grader who would finish an 800-page book.
Well,
I knew one.
If they were determined to read
grader.
the book.
Really?
Someone with the intelligence of a 3rd grader, I guess. Or I guess the reading knowledge of a 3rd grader. Reading level of a 3rd grader. Because, like, in Pathfinder, public education isn't a thing.
Mm-hmm. In the general fantasy setting, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, certain places can totally, like...
Jeffo has a good public education system. The average citizen of Jeffo would have an int of, like, 14.
Oh, shit.
Except the Curacecians, who are the fucking rednecks, who won't go to school.
Yeah.
That explains so much.
We're basically Texas.
Texas, but north. Oh shit, that's Alaska.
We're basically Alaska.
So, wouldn't that be... So if I was like a third grade, or I have the reading mentality as a third grader, I don't know the average. I assumed it was like maybe over 200 or 300.
Okay, throw down like a D12 or something. I don't know.
I figure it'd be like maybe close to 60, 90 per minute.
Fluency standards table. Third grade student should have like about 100 words per minute reading level.
So if I were to read 100
words per minute. Sorry, not 100 pages per minute.
That would be fucking insane, third grader.
That'd be an insane person.
Yeah.
Especially if they could do that consistently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I wouldn't know how long that would take.
That would be ridiculous.
It would also depend on how long the pages are each or how many words are in per page.
Mm-hmm.
Even just flipping 100 pages.
Would it probably be
takes more than... Well, if you're really fast at flipping pages, then that would be a minute.
I'm assuming it'd be like maybe 300 words maybe per page or something like that.
You haven't checked inside the book yet.
Alright. I would like to check inside the book.
Okay, it's pretty small writing.
Yeah.
You're boned.
It would take you a few days by your estimates.
Yeah. And I can't like take it with me.
Not without permission.
Not without permission.
Yeah. Can I ask for permission?
You can ask for permission.
I would love to ask for permission.
Well, it's most unusual for someone to request a book from my library. I'm not sure I could stand part with it. I can make you a copy. I'll make you a copy of this book.
All right. How long do you think that would take to copy it?
He's offering
a couple
copy.
weeks.
A couple weeks?
Oh.
You know, I really would...
Actually, I'll get on it right now. I'll get on it. He pulls out this pen.
What?
It's this intricate golden pen, and it has a magical aura that all of you can kind of feel around it. And he starts writing. His hand is fucking burning.
I know what that is. No, I don't. I don't remember the name. But I know what it is.
It's a unique artifact that I invented.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking of something else then. But there is something like that, except it's rainbow.
I think it's best for me to not stop him since he's concentrating hard.
We don't have weeks. We've got like...
He has a really high craft writing check, though. And he just rolled a nat 20 for...
Gosh darn it.
Kinium.
I mean, I've got a very respectable linguistics, but it's probably not as good as this guy's. Even though it's ridiculous.
So he's writing by hand in beautiful calligraphy at 160 words per minute.
What does that artifact
160 words
do?
per minute?
That's like... Whoa.
I'm
That's
gonna
really
detect
impressive. Like,
magic and make a spellcraft check on what that pen is.
that's even more amazing if it like
Right.
looks
You have no
Yeah.
idea.
decent too.
Yeah, in like full calligraphy.
Because I
You could
can't
ask
do
him.
that.
Yeah.
I can't do
Well, like, a novice calligrapher can do like a word per minute.
Yeah, calligraphy is redonkulous.
that.
A professional calligrapher can do 20, 30...
God, this
really
motherfucker's
good.
doing...
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I've
He's,
got like a
just writing
plus
at a
11,
normal
I think,
speed, but
to
in full
craft calligraphy.
160 words per minute is impressive, like,
Yeah,
in
impressive
scratch.
Yeah.
So, are you going to ask him about the pen?
We are.
What's that pen you got there? I mean, I shouldn't interrupt, but I'm curious.
This is a very old pen. Very, very old. I actually have books on it, if you'd like to read them. Would you like to read my books on the pen?
I could look at it.
It's the Pen of Ancient Wisdom. It already had some significant enchantments on it, but my machinесmith friend tuned it up a little bit. It actually runs itself. I don't really have to move my hand. I just kind of have to guide it.
Nice.
What even is life in this building?
I've also stabbed numerous people with this pen. Do not mess with me when I'm writing.
Of course not.
I take a step back.
Don't touch my books without asking.
I take a step back.
This old boy.
He's threatened to stab us with a pen.
Man's got guts.
It's an artifact. He could probably OCO us with it.
It's a pretty cool artifact, even for combat. I kind of want to read off the stats for it to you guys right now.
I am interested because this is actually relevant to me.
Okay, so it gives you a plus 20 to attack. Plus,
What damage does a pen do?
Well, I am treating it as dagger damage.
That's generous.
Cool.
Like small dagger, I would think. I don't know.
But it has a plus 20 enchantment bonus.
Like
to damage.
Are you talking? Oh, to damage.
Yeah. Its critical range is 12 through 20. Its critical damage is times 4.
This is like a ridiculously high-ranked machinesmith refining an artifact.
I could dip this thing in poison and write somebody's will into them and kill them.
The really cool thing, its special property is that you can write 4 times as fast as your check would normally allow you to.
Can I kill him and take the dagger?
I want it, but I can't have
Not
it.
if he has the dagger.
Oh, not if he has
attack.
Until he finishes it.
Trust me, if you kill him in one turn, things are not going to be easy even after that. You could kill him in one turn, though.
And then stealth away.
I mean,
But
Taryn
it will
could.
not be a good time.
I don't want to. He's making
He's really
making a copy
cool.
for me.
I like that pen though. Like I don't want that pen because that pen is crazy. Like it puts my sword to shame. But
I want that pen.
I want a pen like that.
I just want to wait till he's finished. It seems like he should be able to get it sometime today, maybe.
He said like weeks.
But I don't know how good
It's going
it
to
is in
take
game.
several days still.
Nor would I kill him.
yeah.
Several days. We don't have several days at all. Well, we could read it in the. Wait, what are you even asking to be copied?
Your mom.
Yes, that. And the guy who may potentially be resurrected from...
Yeah. Cautious.
Am I done
hungry.
copying down the spell? I could read this. I could skim a couple chapters of this book and... I don't know.
He's writing from it now. Don't interrupt him while he's writing.
Okay.
Do
That's
not
fair.
interrupt the man while he's writing.
If you do it from a good distance away. You don't want him even throwing this pen at you.
Are you kidding me? He has a plus 20. I don't care what the range increment is for that thing. He can throw it. Like that's like a dagger of plus 20 to damage true striking.
Yeah.
Continual true striking. Like, I can't tell you how much that would cost, because the casting time for that is instantaneous. Like, with a weapon of continuous true striking, you can see 6 seconds into the future. That's how you hit people with it. Holy shit.
He can't see 6 seconds into the future.
Okay, well, that's like the
Well,
spell.
how cool would that be?
Yeah. Like, that's like the spell thing. Like, if anyone's heard of, Xenoblade, like, there's a special artifact, the sword thing called the Monado, and, like, you can see into the future with it. And the only reason the character wielding it is any good with it is because it basically allows him to see 6 seconds or so into the future and see that he's going to screw up, and then he doesn't screw up, and he owns them. It's a very, very, very ludicrous game mechanic.
Would it be alright just to leave him be, because I don't have anything else? Let him be on his merry way of writing that.
It would take days. He just offered to
Although
copy you
he
this
is
book.
focused on that now.
Yeah, he's I guess...
Time to steal some stuff.
No.
He'll probably know.
I'll never get to be a rogue.
Then do it. If you...
Yeah, steal a book.
Just do it.
Go for it. Try.
Do it.
He's got
You mean he just do it.
He's got a pen. He's basically got a dagger of true striking made.
No one's stopping you. You just feel like something bad's gonna happen. But
You guys always tell me not to do things.
Then
That's our job!
why should that stop you?
That's kind of the way that
Rogue
rogues
doesn't always listen to the party.
Yeah, that's kind of how the rogue works.
Do what
like
you want.
everybody's like, "Don't do the thing," and you're like, "I'm gonna do the thing."
And the
And
rogue
then-
is like, okay,
from?
fine. Stealth does the thing.
That's how the rogue.
They can't get
Steal
mad if
something.
they can't see me do it.
But you're a lawful rogue, and I don't know how that works. But that's okay.
But I would have to
Careful.
say it out loud. Is the thing.
Okay, what are you gonna do?
I don't know.
Metagaming.
Steal stuff?
Steal what?
I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
not
what
gonna.
are you doing? There's books.
I'm not stealing stuff.
Conceivably, I
Fuck you
could
guys.
cast Memorize Page and memorize a page of something. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's one page.
Yeah, I know. Like that's like one level 1 spell or cantrip. Cantrips also take up 1 page. With that spell, you can memorize up to a number of pages equal to your intelligence modifier, which means I could conceivably memorize like 2 level 4 spells just off the top of my head. But whatever. I don't have that spell.
So let me see. How many days do they have until their murder time?
So they have to be there at sunset 6 days from right now.
Oh,
6 days from right now. So okay, so there's actually
And it's
Oh
roughly
yeah,
a day's
that's
travel.
right. We didn't travel very far.
Right, it's about a day's
I
travel.
wonder if
Yeah.
there's a way to improve evolution.
There are feats that improve specific spells.
Metamagic.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
but
that too.
metamagging a summoner is kind of stupid.
I was thinking about taking
Metamagicking
some
is-
metamagics because it's honestly like at higher levels, like next level, it is best to have spells on even level spell numbers just because of reasons. Don't worry about it.
But I don't think there's
Any plans?
one you can use for...
I wrote down my spell and it's really cool. I can teleport like
So Brandon,
80,
do you
800
think
feet.
This sounds reasonable. So an alchemist bomb before like stuff is added onto it does 1d6 point fire damage. Could I?
I know about alchemists. Ask me.
What would be? I'm asking Brandon. What would be realistic damage for my little like throwables?
Right. They're not craftable on the spot.
No.
Unless you have materials.
Yeah, there's something that this character will be able to supply, and pretty much only this character, unless stuff goes shitty.
It's different than alchemist stuff in the way that it does have limited supplies because of the supplies that are limited
Yeah,
that your shop has.
yeah.
So
But in like 3 days or so, I should be getting more. And
well,
rid of it.
it takes 3 days to get from the Underdark caverns that you know about to here.
Right. So where are we on our timeline of me
6
having
days, I
sent
think?
out a party to there?
You sent them out.
Oh, like today?
Like I guess it would have been like as the characters were leaving. So a week ago, you sent them into the Underdark.
So they would have been back.
No.
No. Okay.
This item that you've described sort of sounds like a slightly more explosive version of shard gel.
So I'm going to say it does.
I don't know.
So it doesn't have metal shards, right? It just has glass shards.
The version of it that I would be producing now to give out wouldn't have shards.
Okay, just
But in
glass.
a little bit, it would have shards. So.
Okay, so I would say 2d6 fire, 1d6 slashing.
Okay.
Just because of the party level right now.
That's cool. Flash.
Because of glass.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I never thought about that.
And then if there's metal, it would do more slashing damage. And then as he refines it more and more, like, does more chemical refining,
Yep.
it'll do more fire damage.
More chemical refining and more directional stuff and more all kinds of things.
Mm-hmm. So, anyways,
I'd like to express, though, that you have no chance of going up against an alchemist as far as this item goes. But anyways,
alchemists are bizarre.
they are bizarre.
They are bizarre.
I don't really like it.
They're
But
very
the
good.
thing of this stuff is that it can be used by like peasants.
Yeah.
And so I can give a peasant the capability to wield something that like a level 10 person would normally wield.
A level 10 alchemist would have something that does like 5d6.
Yeah, so after a little while I'll be able to do that.
Okay.
So you guys have 6 days left. Do you guys want to spend it
So
here at the library?
People with
Yeah.
just like.
Or
I mean,
are you
alchemists can actually
going
make
to
their
continue
bombs
on
and
to
just put
Bradford?
them somewhere.
Yes, but you can only have one alchemist.
Did you want to stay, Bailey?
Whereas
I mean, I'm trying to
peasants
figure
are-
out how specific.
Well, yeah, but they could just give
I
like these
can
bombs
get
to somebody
on
else.
what I
like,
want to
basically.
look for.
I tried to do
but
that with Taryn, but like
I'm not even
I'm like,
sure.
here, catch, and like it blew up on his chest.
Because it'd be cool to
So
augment
what's your guys'
my summoning
decision
more,
there?
But
I don't have any money for scribing down spells, so I am curious about this job that Mr. Mechanist
Yeah,
has for
same.
us.
He has a job for you guys?
I just told him about the letter again.
Yeah, Georgie. Mr.
Oh, yeah. You guys already had that job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You're trying to recover correspondence between Brandy Bernstein and his engineering department, and it was stolen. You're trying to recover those letters.
Let's go do that.
Yeah, we could do that.
We can do that.
Or at least start researching it, figure out where the fuck it is.
We have a library.
I don't.
They probably wouldn't know.
Yeah, because of how recent.
Hey, I don't know. This guy.
I mean, maybe.
This guy's
He
knowledge
is, like-
history is godlike.
Yeah.
He might know things as they happen.
It's feasible.
It's like a Time Lord. He's just like something has occurred.
A master tier library gives you a +10 on knowledge checks when you use it.
That is nice.
It takes a lot of
So,
time to use.
He now has a base of 55.
But I did give him like a special ability, just a librarian. He knows where everything's at in the library.
Yeah,
So that cuts it down by 7 days.
But, I mean, he could. Are we holding in this universe to like rolls above 50 are affecting the nature of things, or
Yes, but the farther you go above 50, the more
the
so
more
it
it
is.
goes? Okay. So he'd have to roll like an 80 or so to just glean information from the ether.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If I rolled a nat 20, I could almost forge something epically. Like forge writing.
Okay.
I mean, you could attempt to do that,
I
but
could
the
attempt.
letter was written by George. So he would just look at it and be like, that's not at all what I wrote.
I do have an insane linguistics bonus, though.
I mean, if you got a really, like, an epic level knowledge, I guess epic level sense motive, you could get to know him well enough just from talking to him for a short period of time to know what he would say to Brandy Bernstein, and then you could get an epic level forge to convince him it was his own writing.
I do have a very good sense motive.
But
It's not nearly
epic
that
level.
good.
I guess you could try that.
Is
Like-
it epic level?
Like, if we wait, I don't know, 10 levels, then maybe.
Or like mythic tiers. But
Yeah, I mean, you're forging a letter
Oh no, I'm just thinking I could
of
forge a
the
letter.
person who wrote the.
So what are
and
you
then
guys
handing
doing?
it to them.
Bluff.
What are you guys doing?
Yeah.
What were we doing?
What could we actually get in Bradford?
It's a pretty small town. You can
Yeah.
get basic supplies.
So are you guys going to be heading out of the little complex thing?
Well, I may or may not. It really depends on what we could actually get in Bradford, and if there's nothing really that beneficial.
I mean, you
go
guys
there.
could just like wait in the town for stuff. I don't know.
Because I feel like staying here is still an option.
Basically, that basement place is scary. We need to prepare.
Yeah, see if there's something you could get for that basement place. Like,
What do you need to prepare?
Well, I don't know. I mean, we've got an escape route. Basically, if we need to, I can whip out a. Actually, no, I can't. I don't need the scroll anymore. I actually have the spell in my head. So basically, just as a standard action, we can leave if we all held hands.
So we already got the escape plan.
Yes, we've got an escape plan. Heck, we could do that. Could be our getting in there plan.
Yeah.
Like all I have to do is visualize the place, which I've seen,
Yeah.
and then bam, as long as it's in range.
But you don't even know if it's on this plane.
I don't, but I can guess. It might be.
All
Might
right.
not be.
So,
sorry.
what's the plan?
Excellent question. I don't know.
Okay, well, then we're probably gonna start concluding the episode. And so my George comes running up to you guys. He's super excited. He's like, "Oh, hey guys, I just made this thing. It'll be useful for you." And he hands you this. It's a small cube, and it's got like a hole in one side. And he also gives you some pieces of paper and some writing utensils and stuff. And he says, so this thing, you pass a strip of paper through the hole, and then it'll come out of my cube, and then we can communicate. So that if you like desperately need something or have information or something, you can send it through the hole, and I'll be able to get it. And I must be off. I've got a meeting that I must get to, and so he heads outside, and then he just kind of like he starts laying out this thing. It's like a wing on the ground, kind of, and then he
It's a glider.
gets in front of it.
The characters know what gliders are.
And it's not like any glider they've ever seen, though.
Okay.
And he like clips onto it, and then he starts running, and the wing lifts up behind him, and he keeps on running and running and running, and then gradually he lifts up into the air. And then once he gets like 20 feet off the ground, it just kind of wibbles out of vision.
This guy makes Jarrett look like a ninny.
And
as far as intelligence
he's gone.
goes.
So we could still use the cube, or...
This is so useful. You've no idea what he's given me.
But it is only a two-directional thing.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm. And you can realistically only pass like strips of paper through the hole.
Yeah, yeah.
And the paper disappears as you put it through the hole, too.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
But it comes out on the other end, right?
Yes.
Yeah, on my end.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can give us papers too?
Yeah.
So we could like...
This is good.
You could receive scrolls if you wanted to.
Maybe not scrolls,
That
but...
would take way too long.
It's like one-word strips of paper at a time.
Oh, a strip of paper. Okay.
Yeah,
a single strip of paper.
Like one word tall.
I thought it was like a
single
continuous
notebook line.
Yeah.
Like a single line on a notebook. You can write whatever you can fit in the line and then pass that through the hole.
For some reason, I was thinking like a rolled up piece of paper that could go through, but I understand now.
Yeah, okay, that would be freaking tedious, I understand, but that's super useful.
It's like, it's not useful in combat at all.
No,
If you
no.
need to send like an urgent...
You know how
message.
printers work.
Yeah.
We know how printers work. We can't rely on those things when we have low on time.
Okay, so we're going to end the episode there, and yeah, probably take a little bit of break while we figure out what's actually going to be going on. Okay.
Wait, can I carry this out?